Hi, OR Drama. Your director here. I am checking in with you on the night of what would have been our Guys and Dolls opening. Right now, you should be prepping your soundboard, or hitting go on a cue, or prepping quick changes or props for the next scene. You should be hitting go. You should be pointing your spotlights and checking your makeup one last time as you jog by the mirror. You should be singing, you should be dancing, and treasuring a secret that only your character knows. Your pulse should still be pounding from Sapa Inca, and your eyeliner should be still a little smudged from whatever nice thing that Paul Kippenberger said to you in the fullness of his love. Maybe you've already noticed your dad's smile in Runyon Land. Maybe you'd have already picked out your girlfriend's laugh during the first Harry the Horse scene. And I'd be crouched happily by the soundboard, or I'd be sprinting backstage to check the brakes on the scaffolding or something. But despite 2 months of work done in the dark hours of the night when other kids were catching up on sleep and homework and family time, despite a cast full of seniors who have given their young lives to making plays, despite all that, we are not opening our play tonight. We are sitting in our homes, avoiding our friends, missing school, and fretting over our future and the state of our present. These were already unusually frightening times to be growing up. And then a highly contagious and dangerous virus for which there is no vaccine yet has caused the entire world to shut its doors. These are Bible times. In Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit Frodo says, "I wish the ring had never come to me. I wish none of this had happened." And Gandalf responds, "So do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given to us." We, as creative artists, have already made good use of our time. We have put ourselves out there, behind the scenes and on stage, to make laughter and love where there once was nothing. We have exhibited hard work, love, and bravery, and made people feel less alone in their little worlds. But now, it is time for a different type of bravery in our little worlds. Right now, bravery looks very strange. You need to remember that every time that you wash your hands, or wear a mask, or go a day without seeing your grandfather, or miss a big event in your life that you've dreamed of for years, you are contributing to a life-saving effort that must succeed. You are being brave, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. And it doesn't have to just be a loop of Tiger King and Snapchat and sneeze, fearing every sneeze and grabbing cheese out of the refrigerator. It doesn't have to be that on a continuous loop. Already, thanks to Mrs. Berg and Mr. Duvall, the Drama Club's elastic band has been turned into medical masks for local senior citizens. And thanks to parents like Mrs. Scheib and Trooper Trout, our hospitals are open and our streets are safe. And thanks to Lucas's, Francisco, and Faulkner, groceries are still available to homes in need. And thanks to people like Eddie and Gordon, we still have funny videos to keep us excited about life. Bravery is not happening on our stage right now, but you can still be brave where you are. Practice your skills, make some art, and keep your choreography and your lines up to date, please. Because Mr. Duvall and Mr. Barnacle and I and Mrs. Fiore and Mr. Bell are all continuing to evaluate the situation and communicate with one another to make plans for you to perform and for you to celebrate what you've done and to celebrate each other before your friendships and your hearts carry you out into your next endeavors, which will happen. Don't just hope for the best and plan for the worst. Plan for both, and then give the rest up to God. What this is teaching us is that nothing is promised. And so, it must not be as important as we think to have control. Our duty is to respond. Later today, I have FaceTime rehearsal planned with our very own Sarah Brown and Adelaide. In the case of the eventuality that we actually get to perform this show. And if we don't, we will be sad, but take heart. We still have done battle side by side, and there is not a minute of rehearsal that I regret. I plan to reach out to more of you in the determination to get this show ready for its eventual debut. Because whatever happens, theater is first and foremost in our hearts and in our bodies. It is bound only by what you have inside of you. And that's why it's my favorite thing in the world, and why I'm so proud to make it with this club, with such a club. Right now, however, this pandemic is doing our job for us, whether it feels like it or not. In place of our songs, and our dances, and our well-rehearsed bits, this contagion is itself whispering into the ears of people. It's saying, wake up. We are, in fact, in this together. We are not different. We are not even separate. We are, as humans, actually one thing. And what happens to all of us is what happens to one of us. And what happens to one of us happens to us all. A new day will rise. And one day we will enjoy each other's company again. And how great will that feel? But until that day, do not mistake what you are doing for anything other than bravery. I love you, I admire you, and I respect you. I'm thinking of you, and I'm not alone in that. Your community is dedicated to your health and your success, as I'm sure you are dedicated to its health and its success. Our club president, the great Dan Bell, wants me to make this clear to you. If you need any help, or if you need groceries, or if you just need to express your feelings in this isolated time, FORD and or our drama are here for you. Let us know your needs, whatever they are. Now take care and talk soon. I'm Jacob, proud Director of Drama at the Old Rochester Regional High School.